Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to talk about the toys that I grew up with as far as portable gaming on the go. I didn't have anything as a kid as advanced as an iPod or iPad or anything cool like that as you kids have today. But I'll say this toys were very creative back in the 80s, and this is just a handful of the toys that I still have saved. In fact, these might very well be the only ones that I have saved growing up from the 80s. Maybe a couple bit more of the handheld market stuff, like Sega Game Gear, which I don't have displayed here, but it's besides the point. I wanted to go back to the early 80s where even the Game Boy didn't exist at the time. We didn't have anything nearly as advanced as that. In fact, I'd say some of the most advanced toys that we had growing up, I'm talking about the early 80s when I was a little boy, was probably these Game and Watch games that Nintendo made long before they made the Game Boy. But these were the precursor to that. But today, I want to go for one game specifically, which doesn't even refer to any electronic handhelds at all. I want to talk about Tommy. And their old-fashioned games. This was some of the most creative gaming around, back in those days. As far as games on the go, you didn't get anything better than this. This was really awesome to have, especially as a kid. Now, Tommy made some pocket arcade games. It's a small series of games that they made. I only really have one of them, which is Torpedo Terror. And this is a game that was batteryless, no need for batteries. You just simply wound up the little turning device here, and it just went. And yeah, it made a really annoying noise, as you just heard. But as a kid growing up, you didn't mind that so much. This was just an awesome machine. And basically, I just wanted to show you guys what this was like. This was so very cool. So, this toy still works really well today. It never broke on me. I was very careful with it, but this is all wear and tear growing up. I mean, throughout the years. Yeah, I guess I could have kept it in better condition, but I was a little kid. I didn't know to take very good care of these things. I didn't know I'd care about it so many years later. But, yep, here I am. And basically, a little bit about this game. This was the ultimate way to play games on the go. Funny thing about this game, there was no score to keep. There was nothing. It was just simply 3 ships, as you can see right here, with little plus signs on them. Those were the targets. And this little film strip over here, well, you'll notice it when I turn it on. This would basically move around these little ships, and you basically had to press this button down to launch this missile and hit the ships. Now, the whole thing behind it was that you had to have that perfectly centered in the ship in order to count it as a kill. Again, this machine didn't keep any score of anything, so really, this was just for the sake of hitting them and passing time. And you know what? Without the scores or anything, it still did the trick. It was absolutely amazing. So let me see if I can get a better view for you guys of this machine. Let me turn on my LED light so you can really see inside this glass, which isn't picked up so well. Wow, that's bright. But yeah, here you can really see. I'm obviously not going to have this on as I demo this game, but as a kid growing up, this was absolutely awesome, this toy. Let me see, what does this say here? Tommy, made in Japan. Yeah, well, this was some of the best stuff. And by the way, this is well before the Nintendo came out with the NES. So, I mean, we're really talking about Atari-style games. But even Atari kept score. But yeah, games were pretty primitive back in those days, the video games at the time. Very cool. But this kind of was the same concept, You just hit and repeat. And when those ships were down, you just press the reset button. And like I said before, it did the trick. Although I gotta say, my parents must have had a lot of patience with me as a child, taking this into the car with them, because the atrocious sound this thing makes, my parents never complained. They just let me go ahead and play it, which I'm thankful for today. Anyway, enough bullshit. Let me just go right into the game itself. Basically, what I would do is press stop here, so it'll allow me to wind this without it going, as you can see. And you got an average of about 36, 37 seconds on this thing to hit these ships. And that was a challenge. Anyway, once I push this up, there we go, never mind, that went already. See, I missed a ship. It really wasn't very easy to do, but possible. There we go, that's a hit. Some of it. Yeah, I kind of got aggravated. I'm not doing so well. You can see how you can get into this game. And if you had somebody with you to play, then it was great. You just pass it on and see who hit more first. Yeah, 2 hits. Oh well. Yeah, aggravating, but fun. You know, if you have, you can just play again. There's absolutely no timer, and like I said, no score to be kept. All this was just something that you play it again and again, and when you hit them and you hit all 3, you just lift this up, reset. Now you're good to go again. Very creative toy, and you know, I loved it, and now I appreciate it more than ever as a nostalgic toy. Part of the great toys of the 80s growing up. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess that's my review of it. I just wanted to show you guys some of the cool stuff we had growing up as kids. Now, you know, you kids may not think so, and that's fine, but believe me, when you had nothing else, this was some really cool gaming. Of course, Nintendo changed everything when they came out with the Game Boy, but that's a whole different story. Still, Tommy Toys, Pocket Arcade, fantastic item. I loved it, and well, that's it. That's just part of my memories growing up. And it's a very creative toy for the time. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, and I guess I'll see you guys again. Take care.